And we are learning to remember things worth remembering, learning to remember things worth remembering, learning to remember things worth remembering, everyday knowledge for you. And we are learning to remember things worth remembering, learning to remember things worth remembering, learning to remember things worth remembering, everyday knowledge for you.
Hey, that was a new one. Welcome everybody to a brand new everyday knowledge. What are we doing with knowledge today? That's right, we're retrieving it. What do I need your room to be? Silent. What do I need you to be? I need you to be focused. Let's start off with our current monarch, our current king. What is his name? That's right, he's King Charles III. Now, before King Charles III, his mother was on the throne. What was her name? Queen Elizabeth II. She was our longest ever reigning monarch. How many years? 70, that's right. Now, before Queen Elizabeth, it was her father. What was his name? George VI. That's right. Now, before George VI, it was somebody else. What was this king's name? King Edward VIII, and he didn't last very long at all. No, he didn't. Now, before Edward VIII, who was this? That's George V. Now, we haven't done this for a while, so I don't know how well you're doing, but we're going to keep going. Before George V, it was this person. What is this person's name? King Edward VII. Now, before King Edward VII, it was a really famous monarch, and her name was Queen Victoria. And before Queen Victoria, we had who? I'm not sure we've ever showed the photo of this. I'm not sure if we have. This is William IV. This is William IV. I'm not sure we've ever showed this picture. So there's a brand new one for EDK. Right, let's have a quick bit of science. Let's have a look at our solar system. Here it is. Try and get it without the shiny bits. Here's our solar system. We've got an enormous star here. What's that called? That's right, it's the sun, a huge ball of fire. And then we've got these planets. So can you tell me this planet here, please? That's right, it's the Earth. That's where we live. What about this planet next to it, but further away from the sun? That's Mars. What about this planet here with the rings? Yes, that's Saturn. And what about the planet furthest from the sun? That's Neptune, correct. Oh, here's a landmark. Here's a famous landmark from the UK. It's a castle. Which castle is it? That's right, it's Edinburgh Castle. Here's another very famous landmark. We've seen it before. Can you tell me? It's Blackpool Tower. I went into year 5 at Stukely yesterday and they were talking about how similar Blackpool Tower was to the Eiffel Tower. And that's because the mayor of Blackpool 150 years ago was an exhibition, or he saw a picture of the Eiffel Tower and he said, I'm going to do the same in my hometown of Blackpool. So he helped to pay for the Blackpool Tower. Here's another landmark that we've seen. I wonder if you can remember it. Yes, they are the White Cliffs of Dover. And before we go, I'm going to show you a landmark that you probably know. Lots of you will know this, but we haven't had it in EDK. Here it is. It's right down in the south of England. Some huge rocks, so heavy that have been placed in these positions for thousands of years. We're not completely sure why they're there or how they got there, but what is this landmark called? Stonehenge. That's right. See you next time.
And we are learning to remember things worth remembering, learning to remember things worth remembering, learning to remember things worth remembering, everyday knowledge for you. And we are learning to remember things worth remembering. learning to remember things worth remembering, learning to remember things worth remembering, everyday knowledge for